kidnapped a fucking vampire. A ballerina vampire. Rotten pumpkins, I invoke the Pumpkin King.
Welcome to Rotten Pumpkins. Tickets, please. Thank you. Popcorn, refreshments are down the hall. Today, we are going to take a look at one of Amazon Video's hidden sleeper vampire movies. This is Abigail. I stayed away from Abigail for a while because, to be honest, I didn't know what it was. I saw the thumbnail on Amazon under horror. It just said Abigail. It was a girl, ballerina, wearing a white dress. There may have been some blood on it. I didn't know it was a vampire movie. So I ended up finding out it was a vampire movie through some other YouTube videos, and I was like, oh, I'm going to give this one a shot. I gave it a shot. There is a reason why this movie has 83% by critics on Rotten Tomato, 84% by the audience. This movie is another phenomenal vampire movie. First, I hit Blood Red Sky on Netflix, which kind of blew me away. I wasn't expecting it. Turned out to be a great movie. And now Abigail. Two different movies, and we're going to break Abigail down. If you're interested, this movie was directed by Matt Olpin and Tyler Gillette. These are the guys that did Scream and Scream 6, and they also cast Melissa Barrera in Scream, and they brought her over to do this movie. This director duo, they are pretty keyed into horror movies, and they're good at creating some jump scares and fun in their movies. Their movies are actually really fun. But this movie, Abigail, wasn't what I expected. This is how it plays out. This group of 6 misfit criminals are hired, they don't know each other, to kidnap a person. And they are to take this person to a specific rendezvous point where they're going to wait for a ransom. So, unbeknownst to them, they're kidnapping a child. They get to the location, they kidnap her. She's a 12-year-old. They bring her to a mansion, a really creepy old mansion. Abigail is terrified. She thinks these guys are going to hurt her. So while this misfit group are waiting in this mansion for the ransom, they start getting picked off. The movie turns into this all-out, no-holds-barred slugfest. One 12-year-old looking vampire girl versus this group of criminals. The criminals are phenomenal. They did some great character building in this movie. So this movie turns out to be a survival fest. They get locked into this mansion, and they cannot get out. And they're trapped inside with a very old vampire that looks like a 12-year-old girl. So let's get into what I liked and what I didn't like about this movie. What I liked about this movie was that it was fun. It did not take itself too serious, but it definitely had some serious elements in it. It was a beautiful combination of quirky and horror and comedy. It was so well executed. I loved that. The character building was phenomenal. Melissa Barrera, she did good. She was in the Scream movies. She's kind of the heroine in the movie. Angus Cloud was in this movie. And I actually had to Google this after the movie. I thought that Angus Cloud was Mac Miller. And it had me scratching my head because I know Mac Miller died, several years ago. Turns out these two just look a lot alike. So when you're watching this movie, that is not Mac Miller. That is actually Angus Cloud. And what's crazy is Angus Cloud passed away in 2023 after filming this movie. He and Mac Miller both died of accidental drug overdoses. It's a little strange, a little creepy, but that's how it went down. Dan Stevens is in this movie. I'm going to really compliment this guy because his acting, his character was phenomenal. Dan Stevens, to me, feels like a Sam Rockwell with maybe Gary Oldman. He brought this character, this Boston, this ex-cop, kind of a corrupt, kind of wise guy feel. The way he walked, the way he talked, his body movements, Dan Stevens was phenomenal. Also, Kevin Durand was in this film. He's been in a lot of movies. He's kind of a beefy, muscular guy. But Kevin Durand, he played, the muscle of the group, kind of the dumb guy. And I loved the casting of this movie. And then we have Abigail, who was played by Alisha Weir. Her acting was incredible. It was a psychological mind twist, the way she played with this group in some of the scenes. You think she's a 12-year-old, but she's pretending to be a 12-year-old with the mind of maybe a 2,000-year-old vampire. I don't know the exact age of her, but wow. Her acting was brilliant. She did a phenomenal job. The cinematography was phenomenal. The lighting, the creepy feel of this dark mansion. This mansion that they were stuck in had this real dark, creepy, gothic feel to it. Thoroughly enjoyed that. What else did I love about this movie? The script. The script was phenomenal. These people were real. They were acting as though people would act. The stereotypical characters, they were hilarious. The script was brilliant. They did a phenomenal job. I was highly entertained with this movie from start to finish. Okay, so what did I dislike about the movie? There might have been one or two little cliche moments. There's this scene where Melissa Barrera and another actor, they both cock their guns after one another. I was, yeah, that was a little too cheesy. But I think that's my only complaint. Let's go ahead and rate this movie. For jump scares, I'm going to give it, out of 5, we'll give it 3. Yeah, I think 3 is fair. We'll give it a 3 for jump scares. There weren't a lot of jump scares, but the ones that were done were well executed. So, a solid 3 for jump scares. Now, how about our nightmare fuel, our disturbance factor? For our nightmare fuel disturbance factor, it wasn't very disturbing. It was kind of a lighthearted movie. So you're not going to get nightmares from Abigail. We're going to give that a 1 for nightmares. This wasn't that kind of movie. Now for the pumpkin meter. We are going to give this movie a solid 5 freshly carved pumpkins. This movie was phenomenal. It was executed well. It was acted well. The script was brilliant. It had a few jump scares. It was fun. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Drop me some comments and let me know what movie you think I should do next. And if you don't like this video, why did you stay till the very end? Because I think you secretly liked it. Pumpkin King is